All right. Let's get ready. Let's X this out. Oh, so the first tutorial's done. That's cool. I'll wait till this one's done anyway. Close that. All right. So you got your assignment open. We're gonna do number 2 now. Use MS Access 2010 Create Table SQL queries to create a second database that also meets the supplied specifications. So let's fire up Access here. Question 2 tutorial. And I'm not exactly sure if you have to do that ACCB thing. I didn't, but it says so in the assignment, so whatever. Say the first thing you want to do, close that out again, up to create. This time we're going query design. Don't know what this means, close. So now you have nothing here, you go and click on this SQL. So you open the SQL view, go into the assignment. Up here are the SQL statements that you will need. This is a create table statement. See, I just copied that. Then you go into here, take out that select and go Control V. Alright. Now we want to make a person table. And if you remember, the person table has a PID, which is an integer. It has a P name, which is text. And let's go check what else it had. Oh wait, I'm using the wrong things. No, I'm not. Everything's good to go. Yes, man. Everything's good. Alright. Where the heck? Okay. So there's the ERD. Okay. P address. P name, yeah. P address, P phone. Okay. So then we need to go P address, which is text, and if you remember, P phone, which is also text, and comma, and make sure there's no comma at the end of your last thing here, otherwise it'll screw it up. Okay, so once you're done that, just right click on here, save, and you want to call this person underscore create. That was the convention that Bill followed, I believe. And then go OK. Now you'll see I have an SQL statement here for that. So now I can go, I can close this if I wanted to, and I do want to, and then do the query design thing again, close, SQL. Just going to go ahead and paste another one in, because we know that our next one was, what the heck was that? Person, and there was one called appointment, one called service, I believe. Which was the other parent though? Let's check. Okay, service has no foreign keys, so service is the other parent. So let's create service right now. Let's make this smaller actually, so that we can have this and this. Okay, service has the SID, which is an integer, the SNAME, which is text, the S cost per unit, which is text, and it also has S mins per unit, which is, whoa, wait, that cost is not text. It's integer. Integer. Minutes per unit. Integer. Alright, oh, did I change the constraints on that last one? I do not think I did. Okay, anyway. SID, PK, primary key, SID. That should be lowercase. Okay, now let's save this one as service create. Okay. Now let's go back into design view for this person one. I knew it. Okay, so we're gonna edit that to be PIDs. Forgot to tell you about that before. Okay, save. Okay, so now we can actually close both of these and the other two tables that we need to create. Go back into query design, close that, SQL, and the need to create will be the appointment table. Oops. So let's Control V, table, appointment. Appointment has an AID. It has an A date, and here we just put date, if I remember correctly, and here we put a start time, and that's also date, if I'm right. I mean, I'll have to fix that if I'm wrong. I can't even remember what I did. I could open mine and look at it, but ain't nobody got time for that. And a PID, and that is an integer. Alright, so now we're gonna have to put another constraint here. Constraint. Oh, I didn't even change that to the table name on the other one either. Jeez, I'm losing my mind. And we want AID here. That says appointment if you can't read it in the video later. Or it does now. Okay, so the primary key, we don't need a reference. Now we need constraint. So the convention was appointment. We only have one. It's a PID underscore FK, and that is a foreign key. Open parentheses for the A PID. And before we do a comma, I think we're going to be putting reference. Is it appointment dot? No, the other thing. Okay, we want to reference. I'm just going to go back in here and check what they put for the foreign key things. References. So we want to reference, and we want to put references, then the table name that you're referencing, and the name of the primary key there. So we're going to put references, and it's a PID, so the table was person. It's stupid. Person, and the primary key there was a PID. So now we're going to add our comma there. And that's how we roll. So let's save this, and naming convention appointment create. Okay. Syntax error in field definition. I see what I did wrong here. I put a stupid comma. Appointment create. There. all good. Alright, so now we have one more table to create, and that one does have foreign keys, so I'm just going to Control C this before I shut her down. Click on the query design again, close that, click SQL view, Control V, and I just happened to remember that this one was called app_sv. I don't remember anything else, of course. Let's check that data dictionary. There we go. Where's this? There's the table. ASID. Alright. So here we have a SID as integer. We got AS quantity as an integer. That's an integer. Yeah, everything's an integer on this table. And we got an ASAID, which is also an integer. We got an PID, which is an integer. Alright, so the first thing we need to do is go ahead and fix up the primary key, which in this case is actually an ASID. The name of this table is app_svc. That is our primary key, and our primary key is ASID, so we're good there. Change this name to app_svc. This is our first foreign key, so we have an ASPID. Oh, I gotta go fix that cap. Okay, so we got ASPID, foreign key. Throw that S in there. ASPID. And it also references the PID. But now we have to put a comma. Actually, leave the comma out. Take these two bottom parts, Control C, Control V, then throw your comma up there. We know this one's good, so let's change this one to be the foreign key for the AID. So all we did was change from this one was change that P to an A. Now let's change this one to ASAID, and now we are referencing not the person table, but the appointment table, and that is an AID. So let's go ahead and save this as app_svc_create. And now we have our 4 table create statements. Alright, so now you're not done. We can X this out. But you're going to have to run these now. Now it's important that you run the ones that are the parents first, the ones that have no foreign keys. Because you can't, well, I mean, you guys get it, the whole Russell Crowe thing. So I happen to know that person does not have any foreign keys. So I can right click and, yeah, that's weird. Alright, I believe I go to the database tools. No, external data create. Oh, home? No. Where did I see that? Oh well, okay. Just double click it. Yeah, okay, so you double click it, that works. There's a run thing up here somewhere, and they're under something, I don't know. You're about to run a data definition query that may modify data in your table. Are you sure you want to run this type of an SQL query? Well, yes I am. Yes. Boom, person table, no problem. Service also doesn't have any foreign keys, which you can tell by looking at the data dictionary or the assignment or whatever. Double click that. Yes. Now I have these. Now the next one I want to do is an appointment, because I know that the appointment references these ones, but this one references all like the appointment. So double click appointment, yes. Double click that last one, yes. Alright, so now I have created my tables, and if I go, I should be able to view them somehow. View tables. No, that's not what I want. Let me double click that. Oh yeah, here's where you double click them and you can enter data into them. But how did I get the design view? Database tools. Oh yes, relationships. There they are. Anybody got time? Anybody got time for that? Whoa. This is craziness. This is craziness. Did I forget a table? How come there's only 3 tables there? Service is missing. Oops. I did something wrong. Let's try to figure out what it is by looking at the SQL. Okay. Aha! There's one thing I did wrong. That should say service, but that probably doesn't make a difference. Okay. Now let's save that. So one of my tables is not appearing in this relationship view, which is not good. And it's the service one. Did I run my... Yes, I ran that. Already exists. Okay. No. I wonder if we drag. Oh, that's odd. Okay, so I guess you can drag them then there. Oh, you know what? I know the problem. Okay, so let's delete that one. Let's go back to the assignment. ASSID. Boom. There's the problem. Alright, see, I made a mistake in this one. So let's go to design view. Let's delete these tables. I wonder if I can actually... Do you want to delete? Yes, I do. Until its relationships to other tables have been deleted. Okay. Yes. Oh, that was probably saying that because I was trying to delete the child before the parents. Or wait, I think that's what you're supposed to do. Yeah, I did it right. Okay. So now I got just my queries back in this APP thingy, and what I did wrong is this should say S instead of P, because the appointment and service just deals with the appointment and service. That's why it's called that. Alright, and that reference should be SID, and instead of person for the table, it should say service. So now let's save that, and let's close these. And now we want to save changes? No. So now what's going to happen, let's run this one. Yep. Okay, there's the person table. Run that. Yep. And now we want to run that. Yep. Run that. Yep. Invalid field definition ASSID in definition, index of relationship. Let's go check that out. Forgot to change it right there, ASSID. Okay, so let's just save that. And let's run that. Yeah. Alright. So now we can go relationships. What the F? And bring the service table in there. There. I don't know, it's weird why I didn't already have it in there, but you can drag these in. And you notice that they automatically show the relationship. So let's drag it around, and you will notice. Okay, service goes on top. This goes. Yeah, I believe this is how we had it before. Yes, I know this is how we had it before. Yep, so this is the same table that we created the other way. Now we just did it with the SQL statements in Access. And when he comes and asks you or whatever to put in info, you can obviously just double click the table, and there we go. And you can go from your relationship view to the table to enter data here. So that's that.